If you've got valuables to protect and want some extra peace of mind while you're out on the job site or just in daily life, this center console lock vault is a great little upgrade for your 2019 and newer Ram 1500. Featuring easy installation and an affordable price, it's a great way to keep your stuff safe without a ton of fuss. One of the best features on the interior of these newer Rams is the absolutely cavernous center console, but the one real drawback is that there's no lockable storage space in it. This console lock vault solves that issue. You even get 2 cup holders included. Now, having that locking storage space gives you an additional layer of security for your valuables. Now, this isn't going to make things completely bank vault secure, so use it wisely, but it will make it just that much more difficult for a would-be thief to get in and grab what you've got stored inside. Now, this is a fully enclosed box that has a dual code/key lock on it. So you can use the included keys or your own 3-digit code right here if you want to go the keyless route. Now the box is fully welded together too, and it features an anti-pry hinge. So there's very little chance of somebody getting into this thing even if they manage to get into your truck. And they'd have to go looking for it too, since it's designed to integrate with your existing center console and be pretty stealthy. So once you've got this in, you can kind of set it and forget it. Now your armrest is still going to operate pretty normally, and you can cover the whole thing for a little bit of extra stealth. And you've got plenty of room inside too for storing objects like wallets, phones, money, whatever. It's a solid little thing that will keep your stuff safe and allows you to go out and adventure wherever the road or trail may take you without having to worry about the safety of your stuff. Constructed from 12-gauge steel, this thing, well, it's pretty tough. Between the fully welded design and the anti-pry hinge, it really would take some doing to get in here. The steel is topped off with a textured black powder coat to make it blend in with your interior and trim, so it looks more like it belongs there in the first place, making it less obvious than you might expect. The cup holders are again integrated, and that makes them about the strongest cup holders you'll find in any truck, and there's plenty of storage to go around too. Pricing comes in at about $500, making this a decidedly premium option in the market. And while yes, $500 is not an insignificant amount of money, if you want or need the extra security, it's worthwhile spending a little extra to get a solid vault like this one. And then you just don't have to worry as much. Installation comes in at a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you about 30 minutes, maybe a little less, to install it. All the necessary hardware is included, and you're just going to go ahead and bolt this right into your truck. We're going to show you exactly what to do right now. With that, let's head on out to the shop.
Tools required for this install include a plastic pry tool, T20 and T25 Torx drivers, and a 10mm wrench. Today we're installing a locking center console in our Ram, so let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is come to the sliding portion of our center console, and we're going to pop off this top cover. So take a plastic pry tool. I'm just going to start at the back and try to get underneath the lip and pop up. And then I'm going to push in the button, slide it back a little bit, and we'll work on the front. And then we're going to push in on the button and lift this out. Now we've got 3 of these screws on each side of this tray. So we're going to take a T25 Torx driver to remove those, and then we can lift out this lower portion. Then once you have all your screws removed, you can lift up and remove your lower portion. So now we need to transfer over our cup holders and our latch over to our new center console. So we've got a bunch of T20 Torx screws. So I've got a T20 Torx driver. I'm gonna take these out, swap it over. So now I'm gonna take that driver and remove the screws holding this in. And you can lift up and remove your cup holders. So now we're going to take our cup holders, slide them into place. Now we do have these 2 circle holes on either side of our latch. Our bolt is going to be going through those. So we're going to take our long carriage bolt, we're going to drop it through our 2 brackets here. And then we're going to put a lock washer and we want that bolt to go through that hole. And now we're just going to do that same thing on the other side. Now I'm just threading this, lining it up with that hole. And I'm going to spin my nut up. And we're going to do the same thing over here. And then we're going to grab a 10mm wrench to just snug that nut up. Next we can install our front cover. So we've got our two shorter carriage bolts for this. We're going to slide them in from the inside here. And then they're going to be sliding into these two slots. And we have these flange nuts that are going to be going on the other side. Just get those slid in and then get a finger on there to hold it while you thread your nut on. And then just get it lined up and then take a 10mm wrench to snug down your nuts. So now we're ready to drop this in. Now we've got these 3 brackets with the threaded holes that we're going to be threading our bolts into. We're only going to be using these back 2. We're not going to be reusing the bolts from the front. So you're going to need 4 of the bolts that you pulled out of here when we removed that lower portion of the tray. So push in on the button at the front and then drop this down into place. Try to line up your bolt holes. Now we've got the 2 on each side, so I'm going to take those bolts and thread those into my brackets. Now I'm just going to get my threads started. I'm not going to fully tighten any of them until I've got all 4 in. Now I'm going to get them all run down, but not tight. And now we're just going to check left to right. We're going to make sure this is centered. Make any adjustments that we need to. And then you can go back with that T25 Torx driver and fully tighten your bolts. And now with that tightened down, you can take your liner and slide that down into place. So now to lock your safe, you've got a couple different options. You have the key, or you can just put it in, turn, and it'll be locked. Twist to unlock. And then you also have your dial here where you can set a code. Now to set the code, what you're going to do is turn this to the lock position. You're going to hold in this reset button at the end here, and then you can change your combination. So I'm just going to make it 1, 2, 3. And then once you have that code in there, you can release it, unlock, and then when you lock it, once you jumble up your numbers, you won't be able to unlock it until you put that code in. Now if you forget your code, you can figure it out with the key. Stick your key in, rotate it to unlock, and then you can open this, and then you're going to turn each of these dials and they're going to stop at the number that it's set to. So that one stopped at 1, stopped at 2, and stopped at 3. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the center console lock bolt for your 2019 and newer Ram 1500. Thank you for watching. For all things Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.